Hi there. Okay, we're going to get started with Pilates this evening. We'll be using the magic circle. And Adriana, do you have a circular band? Just a long one? Okay, we'll do the long bands then. So we use our long bands and the magic circle and maybe some weights if we get to it. Start out with your magic circle nearby, lying on your back. Bring your feet onto the mat, bend your knees. Bring your arms up to the sides. Start by taking a few deep breaths. Drop your knees to the right. Head to the left, come up and bring your knees to the left, head right, and center. And let's do that one more time. Knees to the right, head left, and knees to the left. Come back up, reach your arms up. Start with some shoulder lifts. So just keeping the arms long and straight. Reaching toward the ceiling. Keep taking the deep breaths. Lifting your shoulder blades up off the mat. So you can already start gently pulling in your stomach muscles to start activating your core. Good, keep going, lifting one arm at a time. Reaching up. Good, and then grab your arms above the elbows and bring them, excuse me, behind your head and to your chest. The breath is inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale back, exhale, inhale, stay back, circle your arms. Good, getting a good stretch through the shoulders, the upper back and chest. Under your arms. Good, reverse the circles. Good, and then reach your arms all the way back, slide your legs down, take a big inhale. We're just going to bring the arms to the mat for an exhale. Inhale back, exhale forward. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, bring your arms up, pick up your magic circle, place your feet on the mat, knees bent, bring the arms up, and we're going to hold the circle, preferably with flat palms. If you need to hold on to it with a grip, that's fine, but try to hold your palms flat. Bring both arms over to the left and back up, and right, and up. Good, keep going, rolling side to side. One more. And come up. Bend your elbows out to the sides, bring the ring right above your chest, and start a fast pulse. Good, stretch your arms up. Pulse again. Fast pulse, just a little movement. Bring both arms to the left. Fast pulse. Keep your arms straight. Keep breathing deep. Center. Take a full breath. Bring your arms to the right and pulse. Come back to center, bend your elbows out to the sides again, and then with elbows bent, bring your arms over to the left and do a deep squeeze and slow release. Squeeze really deep and release slowly. Squeeze and release. Squeeze. Good, 2 more. Squeeze and hold. Don't hold your breath, just Press the hands toward each other. Come back to center and take a breath. Roll your arms to the right. Same thing. Deep squeeze and slow release. Deep squeeze and release. Keep taking the deep breaths. Good. Now press really hard and hold. Keep breathing. And come to center. Rest for a second. Drop your knees to the right and left. And then bring the ring between your thighs. Keep your feet on the mat. Arms out to the sides. So we're going to just start with a fast pulse, keeping your hips and back on the mat. Just pulsing your legs toward each other. Just a quick movement. Good. Now squeeze really deep and release slowly. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Make your breaths even longer. Good. Squeeze and hold. Squeeze the legs together as close as possible. Keep squeezing. Pull your stomach in a little. And then a fast pulse right there. And relax. Keep the ring where it is. Bring your legs all the way up. Point the toes. Good. So similarly, we're going to start with a fast pulse. So just getting your muscles activated up and down your whole leg. Good. Go really fast. Not too deep. Good. Rest for a second. Straighten your legs, reach through the toes, and now squeeze as deep as you can and release slowly with control. Squeeze deep, release slowly. Keep going. Bring the ring as close together as possible. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Good. Last one, squeeze really deep. Hold, keep squeezing. And a super fast pulse, just a little movement. And rest. Let's bring both feet on one pad, hold the other pad with both hands. I'm not going to demonstrate everything because I have a little injury, but I'll do what I can. Just follow what I'm telling you. Lower the legs halfway, lift the head and shoulders. Lift your chest, bring your elbows out to the sides. And then from there, if you want to rock all the way up to a teaser onto your tailbone, you can. Otherwise, just stay right here. Make sure your biceps are activated. And then just roll back down and take a breath. Good. We're going to do that 2 more times. Lower the legs. Make sure your feet are flexed so you feel a stretch through your calves. Lifting the heels the whole time. Lower your legs. Lift your upper body. Bring your chest forward. Breathing deep. You can pop all the way up if you like. And roll back down. Take a full breath. And one more. Coming up, lift your head and shoulders, keep your elbows wide, keep your chest lifted. Breathe, scoop your stomach in a little, and come back down. Remove your right leg, bring it all the way onto the mat. Drop your left leg to the left. Come up, use your other hand to bring that leg across your body. Come back up. Let's do that again. Drop your leg to the left. Go as close to the floor as you can. Keep pushing through your foot. Come up, bring your leg across. Let your head roll the other way. Good. Bring both feet on a pad. Pull both legs toward you. Releasing your hamstrings. Flex the feet. Just hold that, let everything release, and then bring your legs back up. Bring the left leg to the mat. Drop your leg to the right. Let your head roll the other way. Push through that heel. Deep breaths. Good, come up, switch hands, bring the leg across your body. Let your head roll to the right. Come back up, let's go to the right again. And up and across. Come up, place the ring on the outside of your ankles. Keep your legs super straight. Bring your arms out to the side, shoulder height. Take a breath and just lean both legs to the left as far as you can go without falling over. Hold there. Center. Roll to the right. Hold. So you want to feel it right in through here. Good. Come up. Bring your legs down, up and in. Come back over your hips. Roll your legs to the right and hold. Center, left, center, down and up. Good. Now roll to the left, stay there. Pulse your legs away from each other. Fast pulse. Keep your legs super straight. Try to keep both shoulders on the floor. Good, come up, take a breath. Go down and up. Pull your legs to the right, head to the left, and fast pulse. Come to center. Good. Now turn your toes out, heels in. Pulse your legs away from each other. Keep pulling your stomach in. Straighten your feet. And then do the opposite, not too exaggerated. Just turn your toes slightly in, heels slightly out, and pulse again. And feel it more on the outside of your legs. Straighten your feet, take a deep breath. Bring your legs halfway down. You can slip your hands underneath you for this one if you like. Keep your feet straight, super straight. Point the toes and pulse your legs away from each other. Good, come up and place the ring inside your ankles. Good. So let's start with a fast pulse. Good, bring your legs down, up and in. Let's do that 2 more times. Legs down almost to the floor without touching. Up and in. And last one. Up and in. Stay up. And now we're going to squeeze and release slowly. So you're not going to be able to move the ring too much. Maybe you can. I can't. Good, but squeeze and release slowly. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Keep going. 2 more. Last one, squeeze and hold. Pull your stomach in, squeeze your legs really hard. And grab the ring. Place your feet on the mat. With the ring back between your thighs. Good. Lift your hips, coming up to a bridge. And we'll do a deep squeeze and slow release. Keep your hips up high. Keep your ankles below your knees. Relax your shoulder blades into the mat. You can even press them a little bit into the mat. Keep weight on your feet. Squeeze as deep as you can, releasing slowly. Good, now squeeze and hold. Squeeze as hard as you can, squeezing the butt, pulling your stomach in, and a quick pulse. Stay up. Keep holding the ring where it is and pulse your hips up and down. It's a little movement. Good. Stay up. Take a couple breaths. Lift your heels. Keep your heels up. Pulse your hips up and down again. Stay up. Keep the heels up and pulse your legs together. Roll down. Good, let's put the ring down for a second. Hug your knees. Lift your head to your knees. And bring it back on the mat. And one more, lift your head to your knees. Head on the mat. Keep your left knee up. Pull it in toward your chest. Bring the right leg up and halfway down, pointing the toes. Lift your head. And we'll go side to side, extending one leg, hugging the other into the chest. If this is uncomfortable on your neck, you can do it like this with your hands behind your head, supporting your head. So if you're doing it like this, make sure you're resting your head into your hands. So you should feel it in your arms, but not in your neck. Good. Now keep going, but go double time. Good. Stay here. Now we'll do opposite knee to elbow. So let's bring the left knee in, extend the right leg, bring that right elbow to that knee, and then twist to the other side. Left elbow, right. Good. Extending one leg as you bring the other knee in to meet your elbow. Keep going. Good, and rest. Bring your head down. Bring your legs up in the air. Now we'll do a long scissor kick, pulling one leg toward the chest, the other toward the floor with the head lifted again. So pull your left leg in, right leg down toward the floor, and switch. Again, if it bothers your neck, you can bring your head onto the mat or just tuck your chin in closer to your neck. Add the breath. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. You can also rest your head into your hands like I'm doing. Good, keep your legs up, keep your head up if you're doing that. Bring your legs out to the sides, flex your feet, and pull back to center. Point your toes, straddle, flex, and return. Point and straddle, flex, and return. Two more. Last one. Keep your legs up, keep your head up if you can. Lower your legs halfway. Bring your heels together, toes out. Open your legs, but not as wide, just a little wider than the hips. And come back in. Straddle and tap. Straddle your legs, tap your heels. Good, a couple more. And bring your knees to your chest. Lift your head to your knees. Head on the mat. Bring your knees to right over the hips, tabletop. We'll start with toe taps. So let's tap the right toes and lift, left and lift. Keep going. So remember to keep a long reach. You're just not tapping right below your knee, but reaching as long as you can. When you come up, try not to bring the knee in. You want to bring it right back to where you started, right over the head. Good. Now heels. Turn your toes up. Tap one heel at a time. One more on each side. Bring your knees in. Place one hand on each knee. And make big circles with your legs, stretching out your hips. Take some deep breaths. And reverse your circle. One more. Good. Stretch your legs up, point the toes, bring your arms out to the sides. Now big circles with both legs out to the sides, circle along the floor, bring your legs together, super straight to lift. Good. Legs out to the sides, circle as close to the floor as you can, lift. When you lift, try to keep your legs really straight, pointing the toes. Keep your legs up, and now we'll do a few in the opposite direction. So with the toes super pointed, long straight legs, bring your legs down, circle along the floor and lift. Down, along the floor and lift. Deep breaths, big circles. 2 more. Hug your knees to your chest. Good. Roll onto your side. And let's come to the left side, long legs. You can pop our head up on our left hand. And actually, let's use the ring for this one. So start with long legs. Bring the ring between your thighs. And you want to turn the toes down a little on the top leg. Good. And then just squeeze that leg toward the other and lift. Squeeze and lift. Sometimes you have to kind of hold the ring in place, depending on what you're wearing. Some leggings are slippery. Good. Get your legs pretty close together, closer than mine if you can. Good, now squeeze really deep and hold right there. Pull your stomach in. And fast pulse with the top leg. Keep the toes pointed down. Good, and now we'll keep the ring there, but bring the knees forward. Bend the knees forward, feet behind for clamshell. And we'll do a deep squeeze and slow release. Deep squeeze, slow release. Squeeze deep. Keep your stomach muscles tight. Good, 2 more. Squeeze and hold. Get your legs super close together. Pull your stomach in. Hold that. Don't hold your breath. And a fast pulse. Good, grab the ring, place your foot on one pad, hold the other pad with your right hand, and just stretch it out. And let's come to the right side, same thing. So you can pop your head up on your right hand. We'll start with long legs. The ring is just a couple inches above your knees. And again, if you have to hold it in place, that's fine. Turn your left toes down a bit. And squeeze and release. Squeeze deep, release slowly. Deep breaths. Just like in yoga, the breath is equally important to the movement. The slower and deeper you're breathing, the better you're going to feel. Good, now squeeze as deep as you can. Hold, pull your stomach in tight. Keep squeezing, and a fast pulse. Good, and then just bend your knees forward, feet behind. Same thing. So start with a deep squeeze and a slow release. Try to coordinate your breath with your movement. Good, squeeze really hard. Squeezing, and a fast pulse. Good, and just place your foot on the pad. On one pad, hold the other pad with your left hand. Stretch it out. And let's place the ring on the floor. Come to lying on your back. We'll start with some crunches. Okay, so let's bring the arms all the way back. Just take a big stretch. And then bring your legs up. Separate them a little wider than your hips. And remember, your legs are active here. So we're not just letting the legs hang in the air. You're reaching through your legs the whole time. So even if we're not doing the crunches, your legs feel activated. Bring your palms together behind you. Take a big inhale. We're going to start to crunch up and down the center, lifting as much of the back off the mat as you can. So this is pretty slow because when you're on the floor, you want to let your whole upper body lengthen and feel a stretch under your arms, alongside your torso. Good. When you come up, peel as much of your back off the mat as you can. Take your time. The breath is inhale here, exhale to lift. Keep going. Good, now come up, stay up, and pulse. Right in place. Bring your legs together, pulse to the right. Left. Come all the way down, bring your feet on the mat. Stretch your arms behind you, bring your knees to the right and left. Good. Interlace your hands behind your head. You're going to keep the knees and feet where they are. And just do a little crunch up the center, coming up and down. So you want to make sure you're not pulling your head up. Your head is completely rested into your hands, elbows wide, and your whole upper body is doing the work. Still, exhale as you lift, inhale as you're on the floor. Good, go up and down to the right. And go a little slower if you like. Really get that twist in. And when you're twisting up, try not to bring your elbows close together. You want to keep them wide. Good. Take a little break. Come up and down to the left. Good, and rest. Okay, before we continue, bring your arms out to the sides, palms down, bring your legs to tabletop, knees and feet touching, and drop your knees to the right, center, and left. and center. Good. Keep going. Keep your knees directly over your hips. Keep the right angle in your legs. Let your head roll the opposite direction of your knees. Good. Last one. And place your feet on the mat. Take a deep breath. Bring your hands behind your head again. Good. And now we'll coordinate a crunch with moving the knees side to side. So we're going to crunch up the center, come down, bring your knees to the right, center. One crunch, come down, knees to the left, and center. Good. Keep going. Crunch, knees to the right, and crunch, knees to the left. Let your torso do the work, not your hands and arms. Your head is relaxed into your arms. Good. One more to each side. Take a breath. Now we're going to do the same thing with the legs and tabletop. Knees and feet touching. This one goes a lot slower. So do one crunch, come down, bring your knees to the right, back to center. Do the crunch, come down, knees to the left, and center. Crunch, knees to the right, and crunch, knees to the left. Keep going. Last one. Good, now stay in that position. Keep your legs up, knees over the hips. And we'll do toe and heel taps again, alternating, this time both feet at the same time. So bring both feet with your toes and lift, and then heels and lift. Toes and heels. When you tap your heels, make sure your toes are turned way up. Exaggerate the position. So you're working your ankles. Good, one more of each. And then just bring your feet on the mat, knees bent, drop your knees to one side. Take a full breath, come to the other side, full breath. Straighten your legs, bring your arms back behind you. Good, this time we're going to keep the arms separated. Bring your legs up in the air, a little wider than your hips. Take a big inhale. On an exhale, frame your left leg. Come back down, inhale, exhale, frame your right leg, and come back down. Left, and release. Right, and release. Take it really slow so that you can allow your body to completely stretch out when you're here, to create those long, lean lines that we're looking for. Left and right. Good, a few more. Good, one more of each. And relax, take a big stretch. Bring your knees up to your chest, feet in Pilates V. Just like we did with the circles before, this time little circles with your heels together, toes turned out. Good, circle the other way. Good. Bring your legs all the way up, arms out to the sides. Last thing before we go to meditation. Bring your right leg out to the right. Tap your left toes to that thigh for Peter Pan. And then flip to the other side. Good. Go as wide as you can. Rocking side to side. Keep your legs super straight. Keep your gaze straight up the middle so you're looking at the ceiling, not moving your head. Try to get the leg that's extended almost to the floor. Good, just one more to each side. Bring your legs up, bring your arms up. Take a deep breath. Slowly bring your arms behind you, legs to the mat. Take a final stretch. Bring your feet to the mat. Just roll to your side and come to sitting. And we'll do our meditation. Good. So if you need a little water or anything, take a moment for that. Okay. All right. So we're going to do a mantra meditation. This week we'll do the So Hum, which we've done before. I'll talk about it a little bit more before we actually start the meditation. We'll also do the 4-part breath for focus. And we're going to start by asking ourselves a question mentally. Good. Ready, Adriana? Great. So before we start, just get into a comfortable seated position. So that could be anything. It could be easy pose, rock pose like you're doing. You can even sit against a wall if you need the support in your back. You just want to be really comfortable. Bring your hands to your knees. Let's close our eyes for a moment and just take a deep breath. Good. One more deep breath. Okay, so I'll tell you the mantra first, and then we'll work on the question before we actually go into it. So the mantra is So Hum. I think you've done this one before. So, S-O, hum, H-U-M. So this is a fun one to work with because it's easy, it's 2 syllables, so it has a nice rhythm to it. And you don't have to do the mantra at any particular pace. It can be slow, it can be fast, it will probably change as you're going along. But you're just going to be mentally repeating that mantra the whole time. So hum. And I'll talk you through part of it, I'll be quiet for part of it, so you can just focus on it yourself. We always start out with our eyes closed, and we take about a minute before we actually start repeating the mantra. And then at the end, before we open our eyes and finish, we do the same. We take a minute or two just sitting in silence without repeating the mantra. You'll still probably be hearing it mentally, which is fine, but you don't have to actually repeat it. The question that we've been working on for the past few weeks is, what do I want? It's a big question. You can take it in the really broad sense of what the heck do I want from my life? Or you can think of it in a more specific term, like what do I want to do about this? What do I want to do about where I'm living, about my relationship, about work? You can be specific or not. That will come to you. And you're just going to ask yourself that question at the beginning of the meditation. You may have a mental response to it during the meditation or at the end, and you may not. That's not really the point. It's just getting yourself used to contemplating that. You may also find that in the next day or two or throughout the week, things will pop into your mind that are kind of an answer to that question. And as you know, the most important part about meditation is actually doing it. It's a regular practice. And that practice can be daily, it could be twice daily. And if you're really new to it, you might just do it, 2 or 3 times a week. But what we're really working toward is doing it daily. So it really has a much bigger effect in our lives. So we're going to start. We can close our eyes. Feel relaxed. The breath is effortless, so you don't have to worry about your breath at all. And just mentally ask yourself your question. What do I want? If you want to make it more specific, go ahead. Otherwise, simply, what do I want? And then we'll sit for about a minute, just in silence, feeling comfortable. Comfortable, but with a nice tall posture. Relax shoulders. If you need to move your position while we're meditating, of course, that's okay. Just adjust so that you feel really comfortable the whole time. Start to drop into yourself. And then we're going to begin silently repeating the mantra. So hum. So hum. So hum. So again, I'll be talking you through parts of it and silent during other parts. So hum. So hum. So hum. Going. Your mantra is a tool. Mantra means mind tool. So the tool is to guide yourself into a focus point rather than following scattered thoughts. So hum. So hum. So hum. Your breath easy. If your mind wanders, just gently bring it back to your mantra. That's all you have to do. So hum. So hum. Allow yourself to drop deep. So hum. So hum. So hum. And just continue mentally repeating the mantra. can be at any pace, slow or fast, loud or soft. It's your tool to use as you need to go beyond your thoughts. So keep your body relaxed. There's nothing to do but focus on your mantra. Soham. Soham. Your mind gets a little lost and starts to wander. You know where to go. Just come back to the mantra. This is training you so that even when you're not meditating, you know how to get out of your thought loops and control what you're thinking. Soham. 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 It's just you and your mantra, nothing else to do, nothing else to think about. Let yourself go as deep as you want. Soham. Soham. Stay with the mantra just for another couple of minutes. Soham. Soham. And one more minute, focusing on your mantra. Go deep. And then just gently release the mantra, but keep your eyes closed and just sit in that silence for a minute or so. As you're ready, taking your time, just allow your eyes to open. And rather than do a breathing exercise, I think I want to take us off into the waiting room again so we can just talk a little bit more about meditation and what you may have experienced. So I'll turn the camera off.